What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails of Cold Steel 2. We are at the title screen because I actually thought about it between recordings. It was like, let's see what the actual, like, starting screen is supposed to look like when you first boot up the game. I don't know if this is what it's supposed to be when you first boot up the game, but at least after you've made, like, your first or second save. Like, obviously, we're not that far into the game. Maybe this is the first thing you're gonna see. But, this is what you'll actually see. So, Rean laying here on the ground. So, let's load back in. Obviously, don't read too deeply into those, other save files that just popped up for half a second, if you don't want to be spoiled on anything. But yeah, so we are going to continue from where we're hanging out in Ymir for right now. We have a few more people to talk to with red exclamation points, so let's get to work. So I guess in the tavern, that's the railway station. Valley's Echo seems to be the tavern. I mean, the beer mug right there kind of gives it away. See, like, I'm not much of a drinker, but, like, if places in our world existed like this, like, I might, like, socially drink. They don't really, though. Like, bars are just, like... I've been to a few bars in my life, and it's just, like, a complete, like, busy, like, chaotic scene. But, like, if it's like, okay, here's a restaurant, but you can also just kind of sit at the bar and have a drink real quick, like, I would do that. I mean, I guess you could have some, like, there might be, like, some hotels and stuff that have stuff like that, but from what I've seen, at least in the places that I've lived, they don't really have places like this. Places that are just, like, obviously you've got, like, bar and grills. I know I'm kind of rambling, but you got, like, bar and grill restaurants and stuff, but they're, like, always so busy. Like, I would want something like this, like, something very simple. Maybe if you're outside of city life, you'll see stuff like this.
とにかくお前さんを無事に助け出せてよかったよ。
Thanks, Tobal.
お嬢さんや工場殿下も随分心配していたしな。
Yeah, I can tell. I really do appreciate you coming for me, though. I was pretty far out from town, so I didn't think anyone would find me. It just goes to show what bracers can do, I guess.
それなんだが、実はお前さんの場所は俺が突き止めたんじゃなくてな。
Oh? You
おと
weren't?
とい、俺のアークス宛てにいきなり通信があったんだ。一方的にお前さんのいる場所を事細かに教えてくれて、そのまま切れちまってな。
That's weird.
念のため調べに行ってみたら、案の定お前さんがいたわけさ。
It was kind of coincidental that they showed up right when Rean needed them. Out in the middle of the mountains where no one should really be. That's strange. Wonder who it
見当
was.
もつかないな。聞き覚えのない声だったし、いや、どこかで聞いたことがあったような、なかったような。ま、こっちの方はこれ以上考えても仕方ないか。今はまさに起こってる内戦の方が問題だろう。
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Have you and the rest of the guild been doing much? Well, we've been trying. We're pretty limited in what we can do, partially because we've been all split up since the war broke out. I don't even know if any of the others in Erebony are okay, Sarah included. It sounds like things have gotten even more serious since I was away. Sure has. Not even regular civilians have been able to escape being affected by it. As it stands, the Noble Alliance... Excuse me. As it stands, the Noble Alliance has the overwhelming advantage. But the Imperial Army is showing no signs of surrendering to them, particularly in a few regions across the country. I see. Oh, and another thing you might hear. We've been getting reports of a few Jaeger Corps taking part in the war, too. Even members of Ouroboros. Yep. Ouroboros? That secret society? That's the one. Jaegers being employed here in Erebony is nothing new, but there's way more of them here these days. As for Ouroboros, they're probably just trying to stir up trouble of their own. It's what they do best. There's the fact that Erebonia isn't the only place with problems right now. Crossbell's full of them too. There's so much to freak out about these days, it could drive you insane. Sorry you've got enough on your plate without me dumping all this on you, huh? Try saving all those bad thoughts you got piling up for another day, okay? You need to focus on relaxing. You can decide what you want to do after that. Sure. Thanks, Toval. You're probably right. You're just a fountain of good advice, huh? Haha, I've just got a few years worth of life experience on you, that's all. Oh, well, I'm giving you good advice. Giving you good advice. Why not take a dip in the hot springs? Could be a nice way to clear your head. Haha, I probably would. Hasn't let me down before. Maybe I should pay a visit to the Phoenix Wings later. So I guess we'll save that exclamation point for last. I'm cleaning up the plates. Grandpa asked me to. Morning, Kiki. Everything still the same here in the tavern? Yep, sure is. Moritz tried to give up drinking. He didn't even last a week. He's a failure of a man. I'm glad to see she's doing well, but her tongue's sure gotten sharper. It was sharp enough before. What a good kid. Is this that Moritz guy? Yup. Well, hey there, if it ain't Rean. Glad to have you back home. You all better now? Yeah, I'm fine now. I must have just been exhausted. I take it everything's fine with you too? I see your habit of spending the day drinking is still intact at least. Wahaha! I'm just having a few drinks to celebrate your return home, that's all. Besides, not a whole lot of work for a woodcutter like me to do in the middle of winter. I'm always here if you need me to make you anything, though. Might not be as good of a carpenter as Gizmo, but I'm close. Thanks, I'll let you know if I ever need anything. See, like, that's an interesting thing. Like, you know, obviously, fictional world, but, you know, there are some jobs out there where people only work during certain months of the... I mean, there's probably stuff like that in this world, too. Just not the usual 9-to-5 stuff you obviously know about, but, you know, if someone has a specific job that's only done at certain times of the year, like you said, wood cutting is, you know, not really something you do in the winter, because... You've got some trees, but a lot of the trees are kind of like falling over by like the fall winter time. So it's usually like spring summer when a woodcutter is like really getting their work done. So I guess during the winter months, you know, they pretty much get like a 3-month break. But I guess they probably still do have other ways of bringing in income during those times. You know, like you said, if he wanted to, if Rean needed anything to be made, so he, even though he's a woodcutter, he probably can still craft some stuff as well. Alright, let's go check in at the local church. Hello, Alphen. She's praying so intently. Thinking about it, she must be even more distressed right now than I am.
Rean-san! 昨日と比べたらだいぶ顔色もいいみたいですね。
Yeah. He finally got to change clothes too. From what we understand, Rean was out for a month, so he was wearing those clothes for an entire month straight. He must have been disgusting. I feel loads better, actually, thanks. How about you? Are you managing all right here? I'm guessing life in a tiny village like this is harder than you're used to. If there's anything I can do to make things easier for you, though, don't hesitate to let me know.
そんな、とんでもない。素晴らしい温泉に風情ある雪景色。ルシアおばさまのお料理も絶品ですし、この上なく堪能させていただいてますわ。
She is saying that, but obviously she is very worried about everything.
さすがは我が親友、エリゼが生まれ育った場所ですね。
Ha! I'm happy to hear you say that. Still.
予想外のサプライズでリーンさんとも会えましたし。あ、セリーヌさんなんていう喋る不思議な猫さんともお知り合いになれました。
Yeah, not your everyday occurrence.
できればリーンさんが乗ったという灰色の騎士にも会ってみたいのですけど、今は眠っているのでしたっけ？いつ目を覚ますのかしら。
Well. Yep, she was putting on a front. You can tell with like characters who are normally very like cheerful like that, when they're being overly cheerful, they're like bottling something up. I realize I'm the last person who has any right to say this, but there's no need to force yourself to bottle everything up and put on a brave face. I know how worried I am about my classmates, so I can only imagine how you must feel.
Rean-san.
I mean, she is only just a kid. Like, even though, yes, she's in, you know, royalty, and obviously she does have responsibilities, being the princess, but she is still just a kid. I mean, we got to see the same thing when Chloe was all worried about her mother and everything. But then everything hit the fan. I'm sure he won't hold that against you. You'll be able to make up with him the next time you see him. I'm sure that'll be sooner than you think, too. But in the meantime, there's no need to force yourself to seem like being apart from them isn't bothering you. Royalty or not, no one would blame you for being worried or upset. And every single one of us here wants to do what we can to help you. I already talked to her. Why? I mean, it's true she's a little more dependent on me than you expect for a girl her age. That doesn't mean she needs me hovering around her all the time. Then again, she did seem more shaken up than usual. Maybe you're right. I should try to cheer her up while I still can. Why? A very good question. One I don't really know if we want an answer to. Alright, what's left? So, obviously outside. I guess we'll go to the well, let's check outside first, I guess. This way, right? Oh wait, we can actually go out here? What the heck? I don't know if this is a good idea. Wait a sec. I know you. It's Annabelle. She's the one we beat in that fishing competition in Cold Steel 1. Alright, let's see how many dastardly fishies I can catch today. I wasn't expecting to find someone fishing here. Not that there's a whole lot of monsters here, though, so she should be safe if she doesn't stray too far. And just who might you be? Oh wait, isn't she the one we also found her wallet for her? I seem to recall meeting her during one of our field studies. Oh, I recognize you. You're one of the Thor's students who helped me a number of months ago, yes? It's lovely to see you again. Nice to see you, too. Looks like I was right. Sorry for disturbing you. Oh, there's no need to apologize. Actually, since you are a student of Thor's, you wouldn't happen to know a young man named Kenneth, would you? Kenneth, I do, actually. He's in the Imperial Fishing Club. That's the guy. That's wonderful news. Perhaps you might know where I could find him as well? I'm sorry, I'm afraid I've got no idea. Really? That's not so wonderful. So you know him too? Indeed, when the war first broke out, we fled Trista together. But on the way, he told me he had something he needed to take care of and asked me to go on alone. He promised to meet me here in Ymir, but there's been no sign of him since. That's unfortunate. Not that I believe anything untoward could have possibly happened to him, of course. After all, there's nothing in this world that can crush the spirit of us anglers. You know, you would really expect it was gonna be no one could, it was like love speech. But no, it was that. When it comes to survival, even soldiers can't hold a candle to us. Well, we did see that in Crossbell when the Imperial Fishing Club took over. Or the Imperial Fishing, whatever it was called, took over the main office at Crossbell. That said, you're looking a little glum. At times like these, there's nothing like a spot of fishing to cheer you up. I mean, Rean's smiling, so... If you know Kenneth, it's only fair for me to assume you're a fan of fishing too. I am, in fact. Kenneth gave me a title, White Angler, I think? I don't have my fishing gear with me anymore, though. Did he now? Sounds like you're still learning the ropes of fishing, then. In that case, please take these. Are you sure? Sure, I'm sure. Kenneth left me in charge of some of his fishing gear. He instructed me to give them away if I were to cross paths with any promising fellow fishing enthusiasts. So go on, they're rightfully yours. Haha, it sounds like Kenneth, alright. Thank you very much. And since you got your new notebook open, I've taken the liberty of writing down your current title to help you keep track. You'll begin as a bronze angler, judged by the same standards as any professional aim for the top of becoming a fishing god. I have plenty of prizes you can exchange your angler points for, so beyond being pure bloody fun, fishing should prove worth your while. Aha, I'll try to do so when I've got the chance on. Well, there you have it. May as well give it a shot. I assume it's gonna be similar to the first Cold Steel, where you have to like spam the buttons that pop up. Yep. There we go.
Yes, get to that.
Caught Kasagin. Hey, got some CP back. I still just prefer, like, I don't need fishing to be, like, super innovative or anything. I'm totally fine with fishing just being like, okay, you press the button when the exclamation point pops up, and then you move on with your life. But, oh well. Alright, so the only one we have left is to go to the, I guess, the hot springs. Which, nice to have hot springs in a cold city like this, or town. Who am I talking to here? Head Chef Werner. Oh, it's you, Rean. Your color's not looking half bad. If you were looking any worse, I was gonna have you drink some of the new vegetable juice I've been concocting. I'm perfectly fine without, thank you. How many new recipes have you made since I've been away? My creativity is infinite, Rean. I'm always striving to make the finest dishes in the land. You were brushing up on your own cooking skills at the academy, weren't you? Yeah, my classmates and I were cooking for ourselves at one point. Wait a sec, where'd my recipe book go? Did you lose it? I guess so. I had all kinds of different recipes written down too. Well, you went out of your way to come see me, so I suppose this is the least I can do. Take this. Is this a new recipe book? It's a spare I had lying around, so go ahead and use it. I know how much it hurts to start from scratch again, so I threw in a recipe to try. Here are some ingredients too. Salty onigiri. This is what Elise often used to bring me while I was training. Are you sure it's okay for me to just take these? Absolutely. I'm happy to see that you came to understand the joys of cooking while you're at the academy. I mean, I really didn't cook that much. And besides, taking the time to enjoy cooking should help lift your spirit somewhat. It's a simple recipe, so why not go make it with your family? Haha, thank you very much then. Yep, okay, we got recipe stuff. So now what? No, I guess we can actually, you know, rest here. Where's cooking? Alright, don't we have to open it from,
Yoshi, やってみるか。よし、こんなのはどうだ。
complete grilled onigiri. So that means I have it as an item, right? Yep. Okay. Cool. Well, that'll be helpful if I ever need it. Obviously, we're fine item-wise for the time being. Master Rean, you finally awoken. Manager Baggins, Bilbo, or Frodo? I'm so very relieved to see it. I was terribly worried about you. Thank you for your concern, Mr. Baggins. That's just making me laugh. Although I prefer if you didn't call me Master Rean all the time. Haha, perhaps so, but you will always be Master Rean to me. May I help you with anything? Actually, I'd like to use the springs. Are they open by any chance? Why, yes, of course. As it so happens, cleaning was only finished not too long ago. You can have any or even all of them to yourself if you wish. Haha, that sounds wonderful. I might just take you up on your offer. It feels like ages since I've had a chance to enjoy them. The entrance is to the right. Enjoy, Master Rean. Thank you for letting me in. Hello. Good day and welcome to the Fiend. Wait, Reanie? Reanie. What are you doing up already? I was gonna come and look in on you. Get your butt back to bed. Ha, you'd think me being up and about would be something to be happy about. Well, it's nice to know how much you care in any case. Oh, come on, I mean, after all the training you did at Master Kafai, I figured it'd take more than that to kill you. And then you got to go train in an academy in the city. Why couldn't I go too? I've never even had the chance to leave this village. Are you talking to me or at me? You're even younger than me. It's not fair. You could have at least brought me a souvenir or 5 back. It's like I never left home. Should I go into the baths now? Maybe I should go around and let everyone know I'm okay first. They've all been so worried. We'll be fine. Entering the baths will cause the main story to advance. Let's go. Well, they were just cleaned. A nice warm soak while enjoying the scenery sounds like just the right thing now. Does sound like it would be nice, especially in a cold place like that. Although getting out will probably be murder. It's gonna be freezing. Phew. You really can't beat an outdoor hot spring. Feels like all the fatigue that's been building up inside me is melting away. I don't think I realized just how exhausted I was until I came in here. Still, what am I supposed to do now? Chancellor Osborne's been shot, the capital's been occupied, and now even Trista and the Academy are under the Noble Alliance's control. Well, we did hear from Lecter back in Azure that Osborne being shot may have been part of his plan to begin with. Osborne, like, he was planning on himself getting shot, I guess. Then there's Crow. It was practically a joke. I didn't stand a chance against him. Even borrowing the power of something like the Divine Knight wasn't enough to fight him on equal terms. Far from it. It was hopeless from the start. I didn't realize before, but he was holding back against me the whole time. Even without that trump card of his, he could have defeated me effortlessly. And yet, there was me, all happy thinking that I'd won, right before he knocked me back with a single blow. If only I wasn't so weak. If only I'd been able to hold my ground, maybe things would have been different. I don't know if that's really fair to say, because Crow isn't the only threat from the Noble Alliance. Obviously. Like, the Noble Alliance, as we saw in when they took over Heimdallr, they had tons of people in those mechs. Even had Rean beaten Crow, they could have thrown that entire army at Rean. He wouldn't have stood a chance. Instead, I ended up running away and leaving everyone else behind. I mean, you didn't really choose to do that. There's no point in blaming how things ended on Selene or Valimar. None of this is their fault. This is all on me. Because of that, I've lost everything. I'd finally found a place where I felt like I belonged, and people to share it with, and I lost it all. I thought my life was finally gaining some direction, but now I feel totally lost again.
兄様。失礼します。
Elise? Did you want to use the springs too?
その兄様がこちらへお入りになったと聞いて。
Well, as you can see, he is.
せっかくですのでご一緒させていただこうかと。
I mean, I know we used to come in here together when we were kids, but we're a little old for that now, don't you think? I'm not sure it's the best idea.
家族なんですからこの程度は普通です。兄様もいろいろあってお疲れみたいですし。
A little bit.
せめてお背中を流させていただきます。
But it's a hot. What do you mean wash his back? It's a hot spring. You're not really washing.
いい湯加減ですね。
This. Yeah, I guess so.
私も露天風呂は久しぶりで、そのやっぱり風情がありますね。
Yeah, same here. Bathing during the fall when the leaves are changing has its charm, but something about watching the snow really relaxes me. I can agree with that. And it's plenty relaxing even without a bottle of sake in hand, despite what Master Kafai might tell you.
とても酒豪でいらっしゃいましたからね。
I was gonna say, Rean, you're definitely not old enough to
お
drink.
父様まで付き合っていたのはどうかと思いましたけど。
I'm sorry. You came out here because you were worried, didn't you?
兄様、そんな私は別に。
You're not the only one. It's like everyone I meet has to go out of their way for me. It's how things have been for my whole life, how everyone feels like they have to be around me. It happened the day Dad picked me up in that blizzard 12 years ago. It happened the day I lost control and scared you 8 years ago. It happened the day Master Kafai cut short my years of training. It even happened only last month when everyone risked their lives to do that so I and I alone could be saved. Looking back on my life, I've been too fortunate for my own good. All I've done is bask in the kindness of everyone I know, giving nothing worthwhile in return. On the contrary, I brought nothing but misfortune to them instead, like I'm some kind of curse. I don't have the right to be treated kindly. I don't deserve to have others putting themselves out for me. Geez, we've never seen any of our previous two protagonists get this down in the dumps. If anything, he's got like kind of what Randy was. Randy did a lot of this putting down of himself in Azure until Lloyd smacked some sense into him. Not when I seemingly can't do a thing to return that kindness and am too weak to fight for them when they need it most. None of this should have ever happened. If I'd known it would, if I'd known things would ever become like this, then I never would have gone to the academy to begin with.
兄様、本気でおっしゃってるんですか?
I,
資格って何ですか?
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of a weird thing for him to say. Like, you don't have to deserve to be treated right. That's just what everyone deserves.
そんなもの、一体誰が決めるって言うんですか? 守ってほしいとか、恩を返してほしいんじゃありません。優しくしたり、気遣うことに貸し借りなんてあるわけない。ただ兄様が好きだから、大切だからに決まっています。
Yeah, same thing with everyone else who's been in his life. Like, they're not doing it, you know, as something to be repaid, like she said. Like, people just care about him.
父様も母様もユン老師も7組や 他の皆さんもきっと私だって資格がないなんてそんなこと言わないでください。そんなの兄様が気づいていないだけです。兄様は大切な人たちのことをそんなにも思っているのに、どうしてそれと同じくらい兄様を思っている人たちがいるとわからないんですか。思い出してください、兄様。別れる時、7組の皆さんがどんな顔をなさっていたのか。
They were smiling. Yep, every single one of them had a smile on their face. Well, okay, almost all of them. For whatever reason, okay, Machias and Fee are the only two that weren't smiling. Like I said, almost all of them. They were smiling. They all believed we'd see each other again. No matter what happened along the way, that we'd all be reunited. And that one day we'd move forward together as a class again, just like we did before. Maybe there's nothing wrong with feeling lost and impatient from time to time. I believe in all of them, and if they see me as worthy of their trust, then I'd like to try and believe in myself too. There you go. We're classmates, and more than that, we're friends. So long as I keep moving forward. I'm sure somewhere, someday, our paths will cross again. Thanks, Elise. I feel like you gave me exactly what I needed to move forward. She gave him the kick in the rear he needed. Yeah, he almost said like, oh, you know, it's like what people fear. Like, people fear getting hurt, so they'll sometimes in their head be like, well, if I never put myself out there, then no one can ever hurt me. But that's a terrible mindset to have, because then you're just alone. Haha. Still, I'm really thankful to have you in my life. I might not be the most dependable brother in the world, but I'd appreciate it if you kept looking out for me. And while it might be a ways away, I'll keep striving to be an older brother you can be proud of. Hi, Alphen. And Celine. You brought Celine too. I would think Celine wouldn't really be a huge fan of water. Your humble quest, huh? She really is like her brother, isn't she? You were waiting? I mean, think about all the times Olivia was, you know, doing this kind of stuff to Joshua and Estelle. And just the whole group, Agate, Tita, like all of them. Lord. I appreciate your concern, though. Still, Elise is one thing, but I'm not entirely comfortable sharing the springs with you, Your Highness. Well, why does that sound like something Olivia would have said? Wait, so she's been here long enough to where she heard that? Haha. I still just can't get out of my mind how cold it must be. Like him sitting there right now. Like once you actually get out of the water, the part of your body that was wet is gonna be freezing, I feel like. Huh?
これまでのいろいろよ。エマにも言われてたけど、人間の気持ちとか機微なんてのは今一つわかんなくてね。でもまあ、ちょっと無神経だったかもしれないわ。
Ah, look at you. If anything, I should be the one apologizing. I shouldn't have taken my frustrations out on you like that. Can you forgive me?
許すとか許せないとかそんなんじゃないでしょ。ああ、もう何なのよあんたは。
Yeah, when she was the one apologizing.
今のは
The Magic Knight? I know exactly what that was. It's the Magic Knight we ran into on the way down the mountain.
魔公兵、やっぱりまだ動いていたか。それにまずいわね。この気配、少しずつ近づいてるわ。
Coming towards the village. Town, village, whatever you want to call it. You're certain then? This Magic Knight something or other is coming here? I'm certain. I can sense its mana moving towards us. It's still a fair distance away for now, but it's getting closer by the minute. It's coming from the direction of the valley behind the village. Bah, I thought I finished it off, but I should have made sure. I didn't think anything could survive that fall, but if anything could, it'd be one of those things. No, you did what you could. You shouldn't blame yourself. Still, why would it be coming here? My guess is because you're here. Or more specifically, because the Ashen Awakener is here. It's after Rean? So these Magic Knights may have some connection with the Divine Knights? Well, that makes this easy. If it's going after me, then I should be the one to go out and stop it. But you'd be putting yourself in danger. I'll be fine, and I won't let it get anywhere near the village. In a way, I have to. If I can't do this, what hope do I have of getting Class 7 back together again? Well, it sounds like your mind's made up. You appear to have recovered enough in my eyes. Alright, I have no objections. We'll have all the villagers ready to evacuate as a precaution. Take care, Rean. Thanks, Mom, Dad. Let me come with. I doubt I could compare to Sarah, but I ain't shabby in a fight. Really? Thank you. I'd feel a lot better having you around, honestly. Okay, so Toval, Celine, you guys almost ready to head out? Oh, here we go. Actually, if you don't mind, Rean, I would like to come with you. You would? Elise? This is not an opponent to be taken lightly, a fact I'm sure you're well aware of. I fully understand the dangers this will entail. Combat etiquette is imperative to calling oneself a noble, and I am familiar with the sword style of the Schwarzer family. You've trained me yourself, Rean. Well, that's true, but you're certain this is what you want to do, Elise? Yes, I am. My brother has chosen his path, and as a sister, I feel I have the duty to support him. Not only as a sister, as a daughter of House Schwarzer, I have every intention of doing whatever is within my power. My, how you've grown. Indeed, as your father, I couldn't be more proud. Take her with you, Rean. I have plenty of faith in her abilities as a swordsman, but I think she would keep you from doing anything rash. Dad, come on. I don't think you've got anything to worry about. She's stronger than you're giving her credit for. Like your dad said, she knows her way around a sword, and she's pretty good at using her Arcus, too. She saved me and her highness from more than a few tough spots on her way here, even. That she did. And I'm sure she'll be capable of even more with her beloved brother at her side. But still... Hold on, since when has Elise had an Arcus? Oh, left that fun little detail out when catching you up, didn't I? Prince Oliver gave me a couple of spares, actually. I had a hunch these two would have a knack for them with a little bit of practice, so I showed them the ropes on the way here. I know your guests are coming with us, but we really don't have much time here. It's pretty clear nothing you say is going to change your mind, so I think it's time you gave up and we got going. Fine, you can come too, Elise. But don't even think about doing anything that will put you in further any further in harm's way than you need to be. Promise, okay? I promise. Alright, let's get ready then. If either of you need to do anything last minute, get it done now. After that, we'll make our way to Ymir's back entrance. Toval and Elise joined the party. Obviously, we never got to have them in the party in the first game, so this is kind of fun. You can now customize your battle order, of course. You can tell they're party members because they get their own artwork. Yes, yes, yes. I know how all that stuff works. Well, there you have it. So now we have a party of 3. We've got level 41 Rean, level 37 Elise, and level 47 Toval. Let's see what they're set up with before we end the video for today. So she's got Luminous Ray, and then Thala, so obviously healing. And we can actually change, we can't change these two, but it does look like we can add stuff to her. Not that we have any. Same thing with Toval, I guess. Analyze, Chrono Drive, Spark Arrow, Golden Sphere. Alright, so next time we're gonna head out of the village. I believe they said the back entrance. Yep, okay. Actually, before we end things off, let's just talk to Alphen one more time. Obviously, talking to characters can be nice to get some lore on things. Where's she at? Alphen, where are you? Oh, hello, everyone. Something wrong, Your Highness? Do I really have to stay here? Can't I accompany all of you instead? I may not be skilled in hand-to-hand combat, but I do think I'm on par with the Leaves when it comes to handling an Arcus. You're a pretty skilled arts user, no doubts there, but even then... I might consider if we were mowing down regular monsters, but Magic Knights are an entirely different league. You said it yourself, we can't just expose someone with no combat abilities outside of arts casting to something this dangerous. Oh, sorry, I guess you're right. Still, it was worth putting it out there and see how you respond. As much as I want to help you out, I'd probably just be in the way. I'm sorry, Your Highness. Rest assured, Your Highness, I promise we'll return safely. Thank you, Rean. I look forward to your return here. And you'd better make good on that promise. Alright, so next time we're going to head outside the village and meet up with this Magic Knight again to take it down. You know, as Rean alone, we almost took it down by ourselves. So having having Elise and Toval in the party should make it a lot easier to take it out. And you can see all the villagers here getting ready to... Even Badeau is out there getting ready to take on this Magic Knight or ready to evacuate. But yeah, so that's gonna be it. So that's gonna be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.